What's going on, guys? This is Jonathan Lacey, and I'm joined here with my co-host Isaac Wood. Tell the people what's up, man.
What's up, people? Good to see you.
Yeah, guys, we are back with another episode of the Weapon X podcast, and I just want to sit here and just start off by just saying this. Just thank you guys for the people that are tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and you know we are still in the baby stages right now of our podcast. But thank you guys for tuning in and bearing with us as we learn and just continue to grow in this time, guys. And um, also we will be uploading once a week now. So every week we will upload one episode, and um, it'll be a little bit more frequent this time. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll still release on Tuesdays as we usually do. And guys, if you, like I said before, if you are one of the people that have tuned in and listened to us, leave a leave a 5-star review, guys. If you really enjoy this content, leave a 5-star review because that's going to help us get out there to others and just help us grow. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So, Isaac, do you want to just give the people what we are doing today?
Of course, of course. So, guys, today we're John and I are gonna go over our favorite childhood TV shows. Because whenever you hear childhood, and then and just kind of those moments when you watch those key shows in your past, good old Saturday mornings with a bowl of cereal and a blanket around you,
Facts.
ain't nothing like it, man. So,
Facts.
so yeah, today we're gonna bless you guys with some good recommendations.
Yeah,
Hopefully you can even share these with your own kids.
yeah, and just the nostalgia, because I know some of you guys like you're gonna listen to these shows and be like, bro, I feel like a fever dream. just, just hearing that, and you probably could think of where you were during a moment of an episode, and just something that stuck out to you and has stayed with you throughout all these years. So,
Mhm.
yeah, like Isaac, do we before we jump into like our top five, do we want to start off with our honorable mentions?
You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
Okay.
that.
All right. So, I'll go first. My honorable mention is Dexter's Laboratory.
Ooh, that's a
Because
throwback. Hey.
yeah, like that is if you are a '90s baby, you know daggone well that this show was just one of those shows where if you had a sibling that just got on your nerves, you could relate to this show. You could definitely relate to this show. And just with the I can't remember the it was basically like the Great Value Avengers and in that show. I can't remember to save my life.
Yo, I forgot that group's name.
It's gonna kill me because
Oh.
I can't think of it right now.
Mhm.
But I just remember the guy that looked like he was basically supposed to be Thor, but he was like a rock band guy, and he
Mm,
he had his guitar. He had the long blonde hair.
yeah. Now that I think about it, I think that same team maybe made a crossover on Powerpuff Girls. And I only say this because I remember
Yeah,
watching it a few months ago with my wife because we like to go back and watch our old, just childhood cartoons every now and then. And I was
I
like, oh
watched
yeah, I
Courage
remember
the
that
Cowardly
group.
Dog still.
Dude,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Dude, him and Scooby Doo had a crossover recently.
See what I'm saying?
I think it was
They
good,
don't
man.
do that anymore,
They don't. It's kind
man.
of heartbreaking. Everything is just so I don't know, it's just different. It just doesn't hit the same.
No, it doesn't. And I obviously I know animation style has definitely come a long way since then. So that just that nostalgia feeling without the HD and everything else, it just kind of takes away because I know when people when they say they were going to bring back the Rugrats, everybody, of course, people like our age and up, they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're going to bring back the Rugrats!" And then when they saw it. they were like, wait a minute, this doesn't look like the Rugrats we grew up with. And it's like, well, yeah, it's in
Yeah.
2020s, man. Like,
It's like, why are they in 3D?
right, it's not in the 90s anymore.
Why their
So
eyes look so creepy?
yeah, facts. Yeah, but but that's Dexter's Laboratory, though, man. That was just one of those shows where it, you just, I don't know. Like, I used to watch it every night with my dad, because like him and I would be chilling, and we would always watch. It was the Johnny Bravo, which Johnny Bravo could not get made today.
Oh no, it couldn't, bro.
Like, bro, you look back at it and you're like, yo, Johnny was sus, man.
Yeah. I
John,
mean, that's true, bro. I mean, shows like Johnny Bravo, and then with the Looney Tunes like Pepe Le Pew, like those type of characters.
facts.
Nah, man, I don't know. You can't really get into that as much anymore. I mean, Family Guy kind of gets away with it, but they're more out there.
Yeah, they have definitely withstand everything. But I would say though that um for for that time slot at nighttime, I used to just love, like, when Dexter's Laboratory used to come on. I remember I actually used to have like a lab coat and
Oh, did
everything.
you?
Man, yeah. Like that was my joint, bro. Like I love Dexter's Laboratory.
I mean,
But
it was fun, and like the intro too was pretty just
yeah.
just boom in your face.
Dum, 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 dum. But no, I see. I could go on and on about that show, but no, Isaac, what's your honorable mention?
So my honorable mention is Ben 10, and I'm talking the first Ben 10, not the stuff they're making today, but like the original show, like being like 8, 9 years old, you come home after school, that thing comes on, like and just like the intro, and then just so much creativity went into that show, like with all the different aliens, the like different character designs, just the
Yes,
story was good.
yes, man. Ben 10. I feel like that was such an underrated show.
It
Like,
was back then, but
I just feel like, but I feel like even now, I just feel like it doesn't get its flowers. Like that show deserves its flowers because I feel that it it tried something different,
mm,
and it actually did really well. Like, I mean, I still can think of all the different monsters that he could just shift and shape and morph into, and
mhm.
that's sick. That's
It was
sick, man.
sick, man. And I mean, it had a lot of comedy to it. And then,
Hmm.
like, that generation of like Cartoon Network shows were just on like a different level for me.
Yeah,
I mean, because like I have like others on my list that I would also watch on that show. But I mean, Ben 10, that one is one for the books.
bro. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Dude, Blue had me annoyed every time I saw
Bro,
him on screen.
no, no, not Blue. Cheese,
Oh, jeez. My God.
cheese, cheese. You said cheese.
Chocolate milk, chocolate
Yeah,
milk.
like you could just picture, you just hear his voice and you're like, oh my gosh, man. Like he would just purposely just annoy you too.
I know, bro, for no reason at
Yeah,
all.
just so annoying. But like, yeah, these shows, guys, like I know, yes, they're honorable mentions, but they're definitely in our, I would say, in our top 10, like that, without a
Mhm.
doubt. They're in our top
Yes.
10. So like, don't think we're disrespecting them, and because, like, again, this is our list, but they may be a top 5 for you. So
Mhm.
don't take it personal. But yeah, this is just, yeah, we definitely are giving the love and respect that those shows deserve. But our top 5 list begins now.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna kick it off with you. All right.
I'm ready.
Number 1, Batman the animated series.
That one's goaded, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
it's so long too, but
it
in a good
is.
way.
Mhm, mhm,
Pause. Sorry, but
mhm.
but I mean, that show was good, bro. Like all the characters, and I mean, you just learn so much about Batman from that show. Because I mean, I feel like without that show, like you wouldn't like Batman's stories wouldn't be, I guess, to me, like as important. Because I mean, being able to like see those characters and then being a kid being introduced into that, and then even now, continuing to see those characters in other forms of Batman content, it just really, just makes you feel happy on the inside.
That yeah, man, like that show, I just feel like it did such a good job. Like it just for kids our like for people our age, just seeing that at a young age, and it's like, oh my gosh, you just see this guy just going around at nighttime, just giving people the business, man.
Yeah.
And it was just the action and the storylines. Like I think I remember the first episode of Batman. I think it was the Joker's Christmas. I believe it
Uh,
was.
it could have been. It's been so long since I've seen it because I
Because
mean,
like people, I own the whole entire series on DVD. Like I have the whole entire thing. So, and again, if if streaming is not working, all right, if the internet is not working, like I can just pop one of those bad boys in the for the. I don't have a DVD player. Some of you, if you're a younger generation listening to that, you probably, what's a DVD player? Those used to be, hey, before we had the PS5, the PlayStations, and all that. We had the DVD players,
heck
but
yeah.
I'll pop it in my PS5, and I can watch that. And dude, it's such a good show, and I will I will die on that hill saying that I think Kevin Conroy, like
Oh,
RIP, man,
mhm.
RIP to Kevin Conroy, but I feel like he was the one that, just when you hear Batman's voice, that's who you think of.
For sure,
You're
bro.
right, Kevin Conroy, like, and he's voiced Batman so many times
Hmm.
now, and I just love the fact that, um, he has left such a legacy for people to go back and just kind of reminisce, and for people that may have never even seen the series, just to be like, wow, like this was actually back in the 90s, man.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's my number one. I could go on and on about that show, but Isaac, tell us, man, what's your number one?
So my number one is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that show for me, because I mean, whenever I would hear the intro for that show on my TV and like someone else is watching it, like as a kid, I would run so fast to get there so that way I could like see the episode. Because I mean, that show just really stood out to me. I mean,
yeah.
the first time I remember seeing the trailer for that for like Nickelodeon, dude, I was so excited. Like,
Hmm.
ah, man, dude, after like and after they had the whole time frame listed out, like I waited for like the full month counting down the days, the hours, and then when the premiere happened, I think it was on like a Friday at like 8 p.m. and bro, I was like glued to the TV. Like it was like 7:50, 7:55, 8 o'clock. I'm like, yes, it's
That
here.
countdown, yeah,
Yeah, bro. And then I was just hooked. I mean, and I think like a cool part about that show is that like a lot of my family enjoyed it too. Like my other nieces and nephews, we would always gather around the TV, watch that. Like we used to watch the series repeatedly,
yeah,
like a lot, man.
dude. So I'm actually watching it now on Netflix. Just going back and looking at it, man,
Mhm.
it's so great, and kind of like for you, it's just that nostalgia make you feel like a kid again.
Yeah, bro.
And I'll put it on. So like if my daughters, if they're, Valia and Maya, if they're up, and just, just kind of just sit in my lap, I'll put it on, and they'll actually watch the show as well. And they, like, again, they love it, because yeah, it can be a little tense at times, but for the most part, it's a pretty lighthearted show with, I mean, I would say, balanced action.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, hey, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, man, like the action and then like the comedy aspect too. Like I love the comedy of the show, and then just of how it was serious, but it was done in a way to where it was enjoyable, but like it was just like a big journey.
Yeah,
Like you felt like you were there with the characters, and like you were able to kind of like kind of grow as they grew. Which is pretty dope to
absolutely.
me.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Like, oh yeah, like guys, and I know we're going to try not to just go off and talk about certain episodes and stuff. So we'll try to stay track, but
Mhm.
no, like it'll be so easy just to do that. Um, I'm gonna go to my number two. So this one should not come as a surprise. Number two for me is X-Men the animated series, and this obviously X-Men has
Mhm.
definitely had a huge impact on me in my life. Um, for me, it's just one of those things where I remember first checking out my dad. I think my dad was the one that hooked me on it because we were we were watching I don't know, we were watching some TV show, and I just remembered he was like, "Hey," he said, "No, do you want to?" He said, "You want to like choose what you want to watch?" And so he was like, "Sure, yeah." And so we he was flipping through the channels, and then I remember seeing Wolverine just like his claws coming out of his hands, and I was like, "Oh!" right, right there, and I yeah, because it was like one of the earlier episodes where he had to go against Sabretooth, and
Mhm.
I just oh man, I just fell in love with it from that day, and I had so many X-Men action figures.
Mhm.
It's insane of how many I had. And I just it's one of those shows where even now, I'm actually going through it again as well on Disney Plus. When Amaya, my second born, when she was a month or two, I remember when she was just hanging out with me after having her bottle because we were still trying to get her on a sleeping schedule. I would throw on X-Men, and yeah, she would just sit there and just chill with me and just watch it. Yeah, she was soaking it in. So
Nice.
it's cool. It's cool, man. Just being kind of like you said at the beginning of the show, just being able to um just share that,
Mhm.
with somebody important in your life. So that's cool.
Yeah, man, that was a fun show. I mean, like the whole intro was nice. The da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's iconic.
It
That
is.
theme song is iconic. Like
It
even
is, bro.
in Deadpool, when
They played it.
come on, man, that is iconic.
It is.
Like that's a show that will just I feel like will never go out of style. Hmm.
It really won't, bro. And I mean, it showed so many of the X-Men characters. Because I mean, I feel like now they kind of get glossed over. But I mean, there
Oh,
were some wild
absolutely.
ones there. You got Jubilee, Sunspot. It's like people you don't hear about as much.
So they're coming out with they're bringing back yeah, the X-Men animated series. So X-Men 97 guys. Like if you weren't able to catch it then, you can catch this series now. And from what I've heard with rumors, I think this is true that they were able to keep the I think for the most part keep the same animation style, which I will be really impressed if they did. But we'll see how true that is because I know things have just advanced since then.
Hmm.
But we'll find out and see. But yeah, tune in to that if you weren't able to catch it during its come up. So
Nice.
yeah, but Isaac, what's your number two?
So my number two is Teen Titans, bro.
Yeah,
Like the original ones, bro. Back in the early 2000s. Like, oh,
where they weren't afraid to go into the dark side.
they embraced the dark side, bro.
Hmm.
And I mean, again, like that show was amazing. Cause I mean, just seeing the team, you got Robin, Starfire, Beast Boy, Raven, Cyborg, like kind of like like more minor characters, but then them growing into like a team, you
Hmm.
know. And I think it was like a really creative way they kind of did it because right now my wife and I are actually rewatching that series just to do it, and
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool of how I think they did take like a risk with the show because I mean, in a way, it's kind of like a mixture of American style like comics and like cartoons mixed
Yeah.
with like anime esque type themes,
Mhm.
because like I mean, like with the art style and the fight scenes, which are pretty
I was gonna
cool,
say the fight scenes. Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
like they like definitely try to kind of do something there, which I think it worked out well, because I mean, Teen Titans has always been like a cool show to me. I mean, again, it was one of those like after school shows. You know, you come home, you grab a snack, and then you start hearing the din 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 Teen Titans, and then it's like,
Yeah,
oh, it's time.
it was that show, man. It's so good, so good. And I don't know, and this is gonna make me sound like a boomer, but just I don't like what they have done now with the Teen Titans. I feel like they've nerfed down the Titans like quite a bit, and just Raven. Like when you think of Raven, you just think about a girl like she's dark, very like you just think of your 2000s 90s emo chick. And just like and that was Raven, and I remember, man, just like I don't know, I just remember her being so powerful, and then now she's I don't know, like they make her nice. Like I know
Yeah,
weird me saying, but like she's not. It's not her. She just
yeah.
isn't.
Because it's like she can be nice, but like normally she's like more gloomy and whatnot. But I mean, just with the older show was cool. Like things were more serious and then also lighthearted. Because I mean, hearing Cyborg yell "Booyah!" like that was amazing, bro. That was amazing to me as a kid. I was like, yes, I'm gonna use that all the time. I'm playing basketball, make a shot, booyah! Kickball, kick that thing, booyah!
Dude, it's funny you say that because I remember, I think I was in 5th or 6th grade. Yeah, I remember saying that. Yep.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful.
Oh, man.
But let me hear your number 3. I want to
Number
know.
3. All right. Power Rangers in space.
Yes, bro.
Power Rangers in space. Like,
Oh,
you talking about a theme song that went in, bro. Guys, if do you pause this episode right now, go YouTube Power Rangers in Space, and I promise you, the theme song it goes in. And but like the show itself, I just remember, I believe, yeah, I was so for, again showing my age a little bit, but when we you remember when we used to have the VCR, you used to hey, instead of being able to record things on direct TV, you used to have to pop the actual tape in and record that joint. So I remember we had VCR, and I think it was Wizard of Oz. And I remember after Wizard of Oz, it was I think it went to the Power Rangers, which is way completely different.
Dude, that's such a that is such a shift.
It's comparing apples and oranges, right?
Yeah.
So, but I remember watching that, and it was the episode during the Psycho Rangers. Dude, when I tell you, I fell in love with like the fight scenes, and I mean, granted, what kid did not like Power Rangers, man?
I know, bro. Especially like as time went on, because like the early 2000s with Power Rangers, like the stunts they were doing, bro, were just amazing.
But yeah, guys, like I just remember that saga though, the Psycho Rangers. They were so BA, and just seeing how they were giving the Power Rangers the business, man. Like they went like when I say they were giving them the Brooklyn beatdown, it was like the yeah, it was everything.
Dude, it was on site.
But I just facts, especially the Black Psycho Ranger, man. He went in on them, man.
Yeah.
Like I can go on and on about this show, but guys, check it out. Just check out a couple of episodes, and you'll see what I'm talking about, man. Because this is iconic. But Isaac, let's hear your number 3.
So my number 3 is Danny Phantom, bro. Good old Nickelodeon right there. I mean, that show was good, bro. And the intro was one of the best intros I can recall, like as a kid.
Absolutely.
Danny Phantom.
Yeah. dude, I'm pretty sure, um, that DJ that I showed you, the Dimitri,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like so I'm pretty sure he remixed that.
I'm sure he has, bro. It was such a great like soundtrack. 'Cause, I mean, they like like intros like that had like rap and intervened in them, bro. It would just they always went in, bro. They always
Absolutely,
went in.
always,
And
always, man.
it just made the show that much better and the experience, just that much better, bro. But I mean, like with Danny Phantom's storyline was great. I mean, characters like, the like, main guy's ability, like Danny Phantom, he's half ghost, so he has ghost powers. He can,
Yeah,
he can fly, disappear, phase through walls, energy blasts, and all this stuff. And I
yeah.
mean, I thought it was pretty cool because I mean, it's funny because like the first time I saw it, I thought I was watching like Fairly Odd Parents, but like Timmy Turner was like grown up. It's like it's weird because like
Seriously,
they're like animation styles are like the same. So I was like, what is this? And then I'm watching. I was like, oh no, this isn't no Fairly Odd Parents. This is something better.
that
Oh
could
my
be
gosh,
a theory. That could be like a good fan theory.
I know, man. Hey,
You might have just you might have just opened up a can of worms right there with that,
hey
bro.
man, it's the Butch Hartman universe.
The
That
Butch
man. I mean, he made them both, so they got to connect at some point.
as somewhere. I didn't they do a crossover?
They didn't, but
Well, it was Jimmy
but
Neutron.
yeah, Timmy Turner and Jimmy Neutron, dude, that was a great crossover, bro. They had three of them junks, like those. It was a Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. I
We
remember
lived
that.
we lived in such a great like in our childhood. The crossovers were
Hmm.
people just don't know, man. People they have
Man,
no idea,
them crossovers were serious, bro. I mean, even with Power Rangers, like those crossovers,
bro.
like,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
bro,
That
yeah.
remember
Dude, that
that?
was so cool. Oh my gosh, dude. Them show like I actually started watching the old 2003 Ninja Turtles like the other day. And I
Oh
mean,
my gosh,
bro, that intro too. That thing was
yeah,
going in.
bro. I had that game on PlayStation 2 and
Mhm.
um my Game Boy Advance, and
Yes.
the theme song used to just it snap.
Heck yeah.
Snap, man. Oh god.
Man, we could definitely go on and on about those
Yeah,
shows,
these
bro.
shows are just fantastic. But no, I'll hit you with my number four though.
I'm
Number
ready.
four, Gargoyles.
Yes. Dude, I remember watching that show just randomly, like on I think it was back when it was Disney XD, and it
Yep.
would be like later at night, maybe like 9 o'clock, and then Gargoyles comes on. I'm like, ooh, what's this? And it's like all dark and mysterious, but I mean the intro was nice and the character designs were amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to shout out Keith David though, man, because
Mhm.
Keith David's voice has like the voice acting for this guy.
Yeah.
When he voiced oh my gosh, this bad. I'm drawing a blank on the Goliath. He voiced
Yes.
and
Mm.
he voiced Spawn.
He voiced Spawn?
He voiced Spawn in the animated series. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep. You go back and listen to it. Yeah. You can yeah, you'll be able to hear it.
Oh, dang. But I mean, when Goliath was on screen, bro, and like his eyes were like glowing when he got mad, I mean, you knew stuff was gonna go
Oh,
down. Then
yeah, it's about to go down.
I was like,
He
oh my gosh.
like you just that was one of those I think that was like one of the first Disney shows where it kind of shocked a little people,
Mm,
shocked some people, and just how dark it could be because again, I already said my number one was Batman, but Batman and Gargoyles, I remember a lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, this is just uh like a Gargoyles version of Batman," because like it was similar animation styles and just
mhm,
how it was being executed, but you just the storyline so different, and both of them were creative in their own way, but Gargoyles for me, um I just remember just watching these gargoyles just come to life and just going throughout New York City, and like they
mhm,
all of them were named after boroughs in New York, and it was
mhm.
just It's just so sick, man.
It was, and they had a dog too, bro. Which got was
Yeah,
really nice too.
the dog. Yeah,
It was like a
yep.
dog gargoyle thing, but I mean, it's funny because like you have Goliath being all serious and like the whole gentle giant thing, but then I forget the other one, but like I think it was the like youngest guy. He had like a bald head. He had like those wings like attached to his
I think it
arms.
was Hudson. Hudson.
Yeah, he had me weak, bro. Whenever he would
Hmm.
like make his jokes,
Bro, he was goofy. He was
he looked goofy too, bro.
so goofy, man.
Oh man, memories, bro, memories.
Yep, yep. Love that show. Hit me with your number 4, bro.
So my number 4 is Static Shock.
Oh my god.
Like,
Virgil.
bro, Virgil, Virgil Hawkins, dude, and like and don't even get me started like about the intro, bro. Like, you have Little Romeo make you an intro, bro.
So all right, quick little story about that. And I remember when because we were actually going watching a couple of episodes back when we were in college, and I remember I was like, "Yo," I said, "Why did Lil Romeo sound a little stuffy when he was making this? Like he sounded like he was just kind of just dreading it, like superhero stuff."
Woohoo, you know, like it's almost like his dad was back there, like, "Hey, you better kill this verse,
Yeah,
bro. Hey."
Percy was like, "Romeo, you better rap, boy. You better you better spit."
But Dad, I'm tired.
I
Now
don't care.
hurry.
I was tired when I had you, son.
He's like, man, superhero. But despite that, man, it was a great intro, bro.
Yeah, yes, and like, bro, the show was so dope, man. It just like you have a teenage guy, and like let's just point out the obvious. Like,
Mm.
I think having a black superhero, it just seeing that because I mean, don't get me wrong, like of course, like most of these superheroes that we love, man, like they were white and stuff, but like
Mm.
but just having Static Shock, just seeing that as a young boy, you was like, oh man, I want to be like Static Shock.
Yeah, man.
Like, it was cool, man. Just
It was
having that.
Yeah, man. You're right. And I mean, I think that that Static Shock was the first like black superhero to like get his own show, which I
You,
mean, it was a
you're right.
good and it was a good choice because I mean, just seeing like a kid from like the inner city, works with his dad, like at the soup kitchen and such, trying to kind of help out. But I mean, it's also faced with gang life, and trying
Mhm.
to avoid that. But then when people start getting powers, you got gang members getting powers, so he's
Right.
kind of fighting against them. But then you know it also connects to the DC universe, which is also really cool because I
Yes.
mean the Static Shock used to have crossovers with the Justice League, with Batman the Animated Series. He also had a crossover with like Batman Beyond, which is really dope.
That's
Batman Beyond.
Batman. Don't even get me started on that.
Oh my god, bro!
Maybe
Batman the Animated Series, but just after that, oh, it's amazing.
still stands with the test of times, man.
It does.
But to focus on Static Shock, um, yeah, I would say this show definitely was one of those shows where, as a kid, you hear the theme song come on, and it's like, all right, man, like it's on.
I know, bro. And it started off like silent, like low, and then it just got real high, like duh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And you just
He
start
was about to
jumping.
transform.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, man.
Oh,
Oh
and it
God.
was just so cool to see because I mean, and he had like really good jokes whenever he was like fighting bad guys and all that, and
Bro,
it
he'll
was
be roasted.
very. He would be
He,
roasting them.
he will be roasted so
Dude, Ebon, he used to roast Ebon so much.
he did. He did, man. Oh man. Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out Static Shock, please do yourself a favor and
Mhm.
please check that out.
Yeah,
Please.
it's
Because
just a fun show.
yeah, it's so good. Um now for number 5, guys. All right, it's my final pick. I am going with Spider-Man the animated series.
See, I'm glad you said it because I wanted it to be on my list, but it's like, dang it, I just can't. I can't fit it on here right now.
Guys, Isaac, this show again, I don't know, when you think about just animation, Marvel, like early, mid, or even just all of the 90s.
Hmm.
I mean, X-Men definitely. Like, I preferred X-Men over Spider-Man, but I'm going to say that I think Spider-Man definitely dominated the 90s. Like in animation, I
Hmm.
would have to say, like, and anybody in their right mind would probably say, like, yeah, Spider-Man definitely dominated.
Yeah, especially like on the Marvel side in general. Because I mean, they
Yeah,
had so many other shows alongside it, like the Iron Man show, Fantastic Four, Incredible
incredible.
Hulk.
Yes,
Yeah, Incredible Hulk was dope.
yes.
But yeah, I agree, bro. Dude, Spider Man was great, and all the crossovers they had, with Blade and with the X Men too. When I saw him go to to the Xavier school, I was like, oh snap, this is
Yes.
this is nuts.
That was one of my favorite episodes, man. Like, just like seeing those two worlds collide. So
For real.
awesome. And Ghost Rider.
It Ghost Rider too, and even the Green Goblin in that show was really good, man.
Yo, yeah, yes, yes.
Like he was a good villain.
I and again, like when you think about the Green Goblin, I have thoughts. Like, the two people that come to my mind. I mean, definitely the voice actor for the animated series, but definitely and Willem Dafoe.
Dude, for sure, especially after No Way Home. I mean, he
Yeah,
killed it in that.
I would even go as far to say that he did an even better job in No Way Home than he did originally.
Yeah.
Like, because again, like, I know he was able to go a little bit darker this time around, but yeah, guys, this show had so many iconic villains, and um just the episode. Like, you look at the movies that are coming out right now, guys, none of those would be possible without these animation series. Like,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, like, you look at they have the Madam Web movie coming out. She was in the animation. Venom, he was in the series. Carnage,
Craven.
Craven. Yeah, Craven's getting his own movie, guys.
Hmm.
Like, it's just amazing to see the legacy that show has left, and it opened up the doors for so many. I mean, really, I would go as far to say that it kind of opened the doors for the MCU to start experimenting, and let's give Blade its flowers, right? Because
Yeah.
Blade is really the first MCU movie. If we're going to be
You're gonna be
honest,
real about it.
he
I
was the
mean,
first Marvel character to have his own movie. You know,
now
and,
that you
and
think about it, yeah. I mean, because it was Blade and then Incredible Hulk, got one,
yeah,
and
because
then
yeah,
yeah.
I think it went Blade,
Hmm.
Spider Man, Incredible Hulk, and then so forth and stuff. And it was
Yeah.
just amazing. It was amazing, just as a kid having
Mhm.
that time. And oh, but I can go on and on with that. But Isaac, hit us with your last one, bro.
So my last one is Power Rangers Dino Thunder. That one to me was amazing. And parts of it is because, as a kid, I watched several Power Ranger series. I watched the first one, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Hmm. Hmm.
But one thing for me that made Dino Thunder stand out was, so the action sequences were like different than from like other Power Ranger shows, but they also had Tommy Oliver in there, to
Yes.
become the Black Ranger. But Tommy's been there since the beginning. Because I mean, in the very first Power Ranger series, he was the Green and White Ranger there, and he kind of just popped up like years later, in that show. And I just found that so cool to see him. And then the White Ranger too, man. He
Yes.
was so
Yes.
cool on that show.
That's what I was going to say. I remember him playing the White Ranger, and that stuck out to me, man. Like, oh,
Yeah, because I mean
Tommy.
Tommy was that guy. Because the first time you saw him on screen, it's like, wait, that's Tommy. Okay, Black Ranger, cool. But like their whole concept like of the White Ranger, like in that show, I mean, because like he started off as evil, which is pretty interesting.
Yep.
It's like he was kind of possessed by the power, but dude, he was a menace. Like
He
whenever he was on screen, man, he was
was on
just
site.
running through them. It
It
was
was,
crazy.
Bro, you remember when this man went in the Megazord?
Oh, and Mighty Morphin? What do you
He
when Tommy
pulled,
went in there?
he pulled everybody out of there, yo.
Yo, dude. I mean, it looked kind of bad when it happened, but just looking back at it and like watching clips, the fact that he hit them so hard that they flew out of their Zords, and then the whole thing just fell apart. Because he did it by himself too. He just hopped up in there.
Yeah, bro. Y'all have no idea. So if y'all haven't seen that episode, man, of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, yeah, that it was. I know we use the term Black Air Force energy a lot, but that was definitely Black Air Force energy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was just hilarious. I mean, yeah, you guys can definitely find it. Like, if you go to YouTube and type in Green Ranger versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you'll probably find it like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
yeah. But Power Rangers, bro. I mean, you just couldn't go wrong back then. So
Yeah, no, not at all, man. Um, guys, this show has just been it's been awesome. Just being able to go down memory lane, and just and of course, like there are moments that stuck out to us. Um, but yeah, guys, they just if you haven't seen any of these shows, please check them out. Like there's so many ways to stream now, and and if you have seen them, and some of you guys probably own these on DVD.
if you have DVDs,
If you have,
yeah,
you. Some of you guys are probably like, "What's a DVD?" To you, it's probably a fossil. Then, all right. So, so no, man. I just messing with you guys, but yeah, just check it out. Do yourself that favor, and guys, let us know what's your favorite, what's one of your top childhood shows that stuck out to you the most, and just if you turn it on, like, hey, I'm sitting down watching this without any questions asked.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So
Definitely,
no,
guys. Run up the
yes,
comments. Run them up.
yes. Thank you guys for just tuning in and joining on the conversation. And yeah, guys, we definitely have a good year ahead.
Mhm.
I'm excited to just create with Isaac, and yeah, just get this content out to you guys, man.
Awesome. I kind of said it better myself, guys. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a great year, and me and Jonathan have a lot for you, and it's going to be fun.
Yep. So yeah, again, if you are listening, make sure you're following the podcast, and if you enjoyed it, of course, leave that 5-star review. Help us grow. Like it's free, so why not? You don't have to pay for it, right? So yeah, guys, we appreciate you, and without further ado, we will see you guys next week. And Isaac, what do you want to leave the people off with?
Guys, I would say enjoy time with your families first off, and I mean, hey, if you guys are starting out your families, I mean, show your kids the stuff they used to watch. Have fun with them. Be able to make some new memories, and maybe even relive some old ones with your spouse. Or whoever you have around you. Close friends, old family, even. Just reach out and just enjoy the people around you in general. But until next time.
That's right. Hey, guys, you heard it first. Tune in next week.